I'm attempting to 100% every Sonic game ever made, and today's game is Sonic Lost World. This includes the story, finding every red star ring, S-ranking every stage, and all 100 achievements, some of which were pretty difficult, so let's dive in. I know most people aren't playing Sonic for the plot, maybe the plot, but not the plot, you feel me? Still, I feel like I have to point out that it's pretty terrible. The actual gameplay, though, was mostly really fun. The early stages were just good. I love how much there was to find in each level, routing was interesting and made me excited to go back and get S ranks on every stage. Even the pinball level had good physics, even though it scared me initially after the nightmare that we got in Frontiers. I kept waiting for the game to get bad, and it never did. There were a few levels like this snowball level that I knew would be a challenge going back to.
Boss fight. Kill old man.
And the boss fights were a major letdown, but all in all, especially as I got used to the controls and movement options,
I won!
I was really enjoying my playthrough.
I just killed a chicken. I just need you to know I'm just following orders. Never mind.
There were also some stages I was able to find all 5 red rings on in my first run, which felt pretty good too. This level is dog shit, and I will cast a curse on the person responsible for it in their bloodline, letting them forever know the pain I felt trying to beat it. I could see some people being bored with the more typical environments we get in this game, but I honestly don't mind it. This version of the game released in 2015 on Steam, and I honestly think the game's looks have held up pretty well. Also, this stage is absolutely gorgeous.
Again, I ask why people hate this game. It's so good.
I just want to take a second and talk about this stage because I love it. The pace on it is really fast. You just barely have enough time to go from platform to platform before it gets destroyed. Even the boss fight with Zavok at the end is at least a little interesting, which is more than I can say about most of the boss fights in this game.
What the hell is happening?
This stage turned out to be more difficult than the final boss, which I thought was pretty funny.
Wow, that was pathetic. Really?
This is my full strength.
Holy shit! Okay, that was sick. That was a cool boss fight. Bro, I don't want a Temple Run final level. Why are we doing Temple Run again? What the fuck is this? Does anyone want QTE final battles? Anybody? Hey! Eggman down. Eggman down. Oh, he's dead.
Sonic and Knuckles dissolve a body in a bathtub. And with that, I finished my first run of Sonic Lost World. There were definitely highlights and lowlights, but I really enjoyed most of the experience. Up next, it was time to find every red ring. Now, I'm not going to go over every stage, just the ones I think are worth talking about. Windy Hill 4 took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out because I didn't realize the amount of terrain you destroyed with an asteroid wisp actually makes you jump higher. And I have to say, these kinds of things would be really helpful to know in advance.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, there is going to be a final level.
After about an hour of searching, I was already at Desert Ruins 4, which is pretty quick progress. There were some fun movement puzzles, clever hiding spots, and
Chaos Emerald, baby, number 2.
But it was around this time I started to realize that 100%ing this game wasn't going to be as smooth as I wish it was.
This is dumb, and as a dumb person, I feel uniquely qualified to point that out.
You see, most games like this with tons of achievements make it so you can gradually work towards all of them throughout the game. But for some reason, the Sonic team hates their player base, so they made it so you can only work towards 3 achievements at a time, and none of them are cumulative. Which maybe wouldn't be so big of a deal if there weren't 100 achievements to work at. I only had a few completed at this point, so I was gonna have to start focusing on multiple goals at once, but back to the red rings. I have to say the Tropical Coast Zone just makes me happy. The first area's music and visuals remind me a lot of my days playing Mario Sunshine as a kid, and I'm in my mid-20s. Having one foot in the grave makes nostalgia pretty powerful, what can I say? Before I continued Tropical Coast, I went to the Sky Road for some reason. It was there that I, eventually, learned that this game has even deeper movement options than I thought.
You know, much easier than trying to shoot bombs at it. We could just like throw one of those little plastic 6-pack holders in the ocean. It'd take care of at least one turtle. It'd be a lot easier than trying to headbutt a bomb, you know? Oh, it is. Hey, look at me go!
Tropical Coast 2 is a really interesting concept for a stage. Sentient fruit are trying to kill you, and you have to blend it into fruit juice that carries you to the next area. Like, this shit is so fun. Another cool thing is that you have to run these levels a few times to find all the red rings most of the time, and I found myself making mental notes of which routes seem the fastest, so it helped me get easier S ranks when that part of the challenge started.
And the third Chaos Emerald. Nice.
Frozen Factory 1 was a really fast clear, and then I was back around to the snowball level where I just had to get 2 more red rings by hitting these pool balls. When there aren't any stakes, this level is actually kind of relaxing and fun. I bet getting S rank will be just as relaxing and fun too. Anyways, Frozen Factory 3 is a pinball stage which had a red ring in one of the machines you play, which I thought was pretty cool. A quick movement puzzle later, and I was on to Frozen Factory 4, which was also pretty easy and had this neat little ring here.
Chaos Emerald. Let's go.
Silent Forest 1 was really easy, 2 was already done for my story playthrough, and then it was on to 3. I want you to guess how many attempts it took for me to get the last red ring. Go on, guess.
5.
A little higher.
8.
Oh, no luck.
I'm scared, Chicken. I don't like
You
this.
don't know what I've been through! Anyway, on run 32, this happened.
Yes, sir. Oh. That's so satisfying. Love it, dude. That's the hardest red ring we've done so far. That was really difficult. And one more Chaos Emerald, number 5. Sick. I don't know how I missed that one, but sure. Nice, nice, nice. And Chaos Emerald number 6.
Huh? Oh, hey, Bubbard here. You should subscribe to the channel. You don't want me to get angry. I'm dangerous. Anyways, back to the video.
3 more to clear. That's it, dude.
The first stage was actually pretty easy. It took a couple tries, but I really like the gameplay and general vibe of the level. I wonder how it's going to be when we get to S ranking it. Probably not too bad.
The second to last level took quite a few tries, but after a lucky 4th ring, the 5th was easy to pick up and it was on to the final boss, where again, it only took a couple tries. Okay, sick. Final red coin in the game, unlocking the last Chaos Emerald and maybe like a final level where we become supersonic. Maybe, possibly, probably, I don't know, maybe, hopefully. Supersonic? Imagine. Whoa. Oh, this is so sick. Wait. I did not realize you can use it in any stage. I thought it was going to be one stage. I really do wish that there was a different final stage, though.
And with that, another part of this challenge was complete. Next up was time trials, where I needed to S rank every stage in the game. This is where the difficulty of Sonic Lost World goes up dramatically, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really like the way time trials work in this game. You do your first run and get the fastest time you can, which almost definitely won't be an S rank, and that gives you a metric to fully compare to. Then you can test routes to each checkpoint, and it tells you how far ahead or how far off you are from your best route. It's simple, but it reminds me a lot of the utility that Live Split offers for actual speedrunning, and I wish more games would give you the same experience. With that said, it took me a long time to get S rank on literally the first stage in the game, and it was there that I realized that this playthrough was going to be a lot longer than I thought it'd be initially.
Yes! Oh!
Oh. I already got stage 2 done, so it was on to stage 3, and this was the first stage that felt actually legitimately unbeatable. It took me about an hour of attempts to eventually just look it up, and it turns out you can infinite spin dash in this game. It's an amazing mechanic that's really satisfying to use, and I'm just now learning about it 2/3 of the way through the game. Honestly, I wish they would have just given us a proper tutorial in the beginning to go over all the movement options in the game, because I genuinely feel like people would love this game if they could play it like you do when you're grinding S ranks with every possible movement. Otherwise, the game can feel clunky, slow, and randomly frustrating. But I really feel like it starts to show how incredible it is once you figure these things out. So with that said, my final run beat S rank by 10 seconds, and we were heading into the desert. I think a lot of you are going to be rightfully skeptical about the things I claim in this video. I sure as hell know how uncommon my opinion here is. But just watch this and tell me it doesn't look fun. So after a few attempts, I barely cleared the S rank time. Stage 2 was extremely easy. Stage 3 was frustrating, but we got there without too much struggle. and stage 4 only took a couple tries. Tropical Coast 1 was also pretty easy, probably because I explored the entire stage looking for red rings and already knew how to clear it pretty fast. And that's another thing I really like about this game. You feel your game knowledge getting better and better when you specifically do things in this order. It's so much more satisfying of a game experience than Force's. It's kinda ridiculous. It's worth mentioning that I was taking time to go clear missions to knock out achievements here and there, but it really didn't make much of a dent in the grind to come. If there's one thing I can complain a lot about in this game, it's the mission and achievement system, but we'll get there in a little bit. I got a wall ride mission, so to knock out 2 stoned birds, I went to Lava Mountain 3, and that's where the time trial format really came into play. You see, even if you're way ahead on time, if you die once, you get reset to the beginning of the stage. Eventually, I did get a quick Zavok kill and locked in a massive S rank of the stage, and it was back to Tropical Coast 2, which only took about 10 minutes to S rank as well. Tropical Coast 3 was intense. Rail stages in this game need to be optimized for movement on top of not dying, and it showed when I barely got an S rank by 0.3 seconds.
Oh, so close, dude. Oh my god.
Tropical Coast 4 was also pretty intense, and because of how the stage is laid out, took me quite a few attempts to get just right. But after about half an hour, I got to the boss with a lot of time and cleared S rank with seconds to spare. Frozen Factory 1 was an easy first try S rank, and then it was back to the snowball level. Like I said, this level can be really fun, but it's really easy to die. Having to restart a 5-minute level every time you fall, well, let's just say it wasn't all too surprising when I completely lost my mind.
No! Sanity or good content? Good content all the way. Sanity can be regained in therapy. Good content's good content forever. Like, if I have a psychotic break, there's a mental hospital for that, right? If I don't have any good content, I have a dead channel. No! I feel like this is taking years off my life. Can I be honest? No! Can I get by this guy without hitting him? Why?
My first successful run was over 20 seconds off.
5 seconds ahead. That's good. What was that? Hydration check, posture check, how we looking, boys? Also, you're manually breathing. You lost the game, and you're thinking about how it would feel if you put a toothpick under your toenail and then kick the wall. I deserve that. Why would you bounce? Bro, I'm going insane. Why would you fall? Why would you fall? Why would you fall? Let's go! Ah! Woo! Yeah!
Pinball only took me a couple tries, and Frozen Factory 4 wasn't far after. Silent Forest 1 went down pretty fast, and then it was back around to the owl level. One of the real lowlights of the game, in my opinion. This level is beyond frustrating to deal with.
It's like when you have a really shitty coworker that you just really hate, and you know you have a project coming up, you have to work with them, and it's like, and like you know you're gonna get through it, but you have to put up with the coworker. That is this level is that coworker, and you'll probably see what I mean about how, like, the other reasons that I hate this stage very, very soon. No! No! You will not beat me!
After an hour of attempts, I finally got this run.
Let's go! Oh my god.
Luckily, Silent Forest 3 only took a couple tries, and 4 wasn't far behind. Again, the boss fight was extremely easy and fast. It's more the challenge of not dying on your way there. Sky Road is the second to last area we had to go through, and it started with another annoying level, which is mostly fine except for these guys. You have to hit them all 5 times apiece with perfect timing. Too slow and you lose time on the animation cycle. Too fast and you end up bouncing and losing time on the animation cycle. A few attempts later, I got a good run going and was able to get S rank by a few seconds. Sky Road 2 was also pretty straightforward, fun, and easy to S rank. And 3 was done on my first try. But 4 was a level I knew would take some time to clear. Being one of the longest stages in the game with plenty of places to accidentally die and end up resetting the entire level meant, well, this.
What? Mother...
After about a half an hour of runs, I finally got to Zavok with enough time, and with the perfect fight, I got my S rank and moved on. Lava Mountain 1 is a really fast stage, so S rank only took a few minutes, and we were on to my favorite, least favorite stage in the game.
No! God! Why didn't you? They're gonna teach me in a fucking psych class someday. What the fuck? What was that? Oh my god, yes! Yeah!
And honestly, that level was the real final boss because the final boss itself is extremely easy to S rank. I got it on my 3rd try, and that left me with 1 goal to go, earning all 100 Steam achievements by clearing every mission in the game. Hey, quick question. How long you think that took?
Chicken, I don't like this game.
Answer the question!
I don't know, maybe an hour, man.
6 hours! It took 6 fucking hours! I had to jump hundreds of times! I had to clear the same stage without getting hit 5 times in a row! I had to do the same shitty DLC stage over and over! For real, this is by far my least favorite part of the game. I felt great after finishing up the S ranks, but I had close to 70 achievements left to get, and only a handful of them were actually fun or interesting to do. The 100% should have been cumulatively completed as I played the game, and it would have knocked off over 5 hours of my playtime to get 100%. So I'll highlight the missions I actually think were worth adding to the game. There were missions to do every boss hitless, and I genuinely think that's a fantastic way to cap off the game. The bosses aren't hard, but it did feel like a final challenge that I enjoyed completing. The achievements actually meant something, even if the boss fights themselves weren't the best. Hey, Editor Chicken here. It's been about an hour since my last recording. I went through every single mission in the game, and I genuinely cannot find another mission that means anything. I genuinely hope they never use this achievement format again. It was really fucking terrible, and it left me with a sour taste in my mouth at the end of a game I really loved playing otherwise. And I could have done things a little more gradually, but a lot of the missions have very specific requirements that can only be done in one stage, in a specific place, or with a specific strategy, so it's not even like the more niche missions would have been completed normally over time. It's just a complete failure on all fronts. With that said, I still love the game itself, I just think the achievement system is garbage.
Let's go!
After nearly 6 hours of mind-numbing grinding, I completed my 99th achievement with only 1 left to go.
We have one final mission, one final achievement to get, and then we will be finished with Sonic Lost World for good. And that is going to be to clear this stage without taking damage. GG, my man. GG. And that is it. Scramble completed. 100 achievements down. All S ranks, all red coins, and every single achievement. Sonic Lost World has been completed. There we go, dude. Congratulations, you have now completed all of the missions. That's it. That's all we get. 100 out of 100 achievements. So if we go all the way down, this game has a 2.1% full completion percentage. They have to know how bad of an idea this achievement system was. When you're like 10 achievements in and it goes down to 10% clear, and then all of a sudden it's like less than 20 and it's down to 4%. Like, you know you messed up. Like, come on. This was wonderful. Genuinely just a really enjoyable time.
If you want to see more Sonic, I have a playlist here that includes all of my 100% runs, so definitely check that out. Subscribe here if you want to see more, and let me know in the comments what Sonic game I should 100% next. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Till then, peace.